We are live somewhere. Let me jump on here. I see it popping up right there. Here we go. Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. I'm going to get into this day and why it's so special for me. But before that, we will do our 60 seconds of gratitude. And this morning, I want to say I'm very thankful for a man by the name of John Jakes. Van, I'll include you in there. I'm very thankful for John Jakes and Van Grafton. Thank you everybody for getting on. If you do me a favor, like, comment, and share the stream. So, Jakes is a CPA, and I think he's a very special, skilled CPA. And he has taken on this audit that me and my wife are going through, and it has been brutal. It has been extremely brutal, and I have never ever really taken as many deductions as I could because there was a strategic reason why. Do you know why, Josh?
Deductions?
Yeah, why I don't take as many?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you know, Noah?
So you can show more.
Yeah, you've only heard that about 50 times, Josh, but... Good morning, Amanda. Thank you for getting on here. So whenever you go to the bank and they're looking, you don't just say, "Hey, dude, I made this amount of money." It don't work like that. Did you know that?
You got to write some stuff off.
No. Whenever you go to the bank, they're going to look at your tax returns. Do you know what tax returns are?
Yes.
What?
That's what shows how much it's the taxes that you have to pay. It shows how much money.
Yeah, and then the bank looks at it and they're like, "Okay, Josh, you can borrow X amount of dollars based off what you show them." So me and my banker have strategically found ways to borrow more money by just showing, hey, I made more money. The way it shows that I made more money is I didn't write off as much stuff. So I felt whenever this audit happened, I'm like, well, look, bitch. Hey, pardon my language. That's what I was thinking. I got all this stuff I could write off. You're really messing up by doing this. And I was just being emotional. I was being stupid because she didn't care. Hey, excuse me. They didn't care. I don't know if it's a he or she. They didn't care about that. And then this come back, I thought I overpaid by about $20,000 of extra tax money. It's come back and they're like, well, you owe us $140,000. And I was like, this was like, $140,000 of having to pay to the government would be very crippling. Let's just say that. So I brought in Jakes and Van Grafton, and they have helped us, and I feel like we're going to get this resolved hopefully in the next week or two. So $140,000 to, I felt like the morning grind bash. That's right, Wetterman. I have had to accept the fact I overpaid, and now if you mess with me, I can show these other writers. As a matter of fact, we showed like $80,000 of advertising I didn't even claim. I really felt like, well, hey, I'm going to get money back. Didn't we, Van? We're going to teach them a lesson. So then I had Jakes come in, and he's had to kind of emotionally counsel me through this process about what can happen, like how much power they have. It was a very eye-opening experience, to say the least, because I've always done it the right way. I've always paid in to help myself, but they've always, at the end of the day, they've made more money off me than they should, but that don't matter. So I'm very thankful that I've got an expert in my corner. And you, hey, two experts. Are you going to become a tax expert, Van?
I should.
I need you to. So thank you for getting on here, Rabbit. Today is a special day for me. Not the actual date, not November the 24th, but it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And maybe, I don't even know how many years ago, but I started this big party. It's called GTT Bash. The purpose of this party was to bring all my buddies together that have been out of town, or my buddies that have been busy all year and I don't get to see. And then I would have this big party at Main Street Music, and it was the best party of the year. Josh, you've been, right?
Mm-hmm.
Van, you did one, didn't you, Van? How fun was it?
It was excellent.
If you've ever been to one of the parties, say I've been there. Have you ever been? Your brother's been.
It's a
Huh?
It's a rager.
I don't use that word, Josh. A rager. What does that mean?
It's like the best party you can invent.
Well, it is the best party, but what makes it the best party?
The people, the connection.
The people.
Drinks.
No, it's the people. That's the whole purpose of that's the whole purpose of doing it. Is like several of my best friends live in other states, but they would come in, and we could connect. You've never been to a GTT bash either, have you?
Never.
You've never been.
Never got
And
the pleasure.
Drew Kilgore has been twice. How much fun did you have at the party, Andre? So, why is this day so important to me? It goes back to when I was Benny the Kid's age, when I was Josh's age. Unlike Josh, I went to college and graduated. I didn't drop out. But my other friends, they went to college and they went off to school. Like Hayden, you went off to school, correct?
I did very shortly.
Twice, very shortly. Well, you may not have made it to Thanksgiving. I mean, I don't know. You may have come home before that, but all my friends that I went to high school with, and I had a very, very strong connection of friends in high school, they went off to college, or some of them went off to work. I ain't talking like coming in and doing your little internship. I'm talking like Drew going into heating and air or electrical or framing. So we would lose connection. But the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, it all changed because we all would go to one place, one bar. Back in my day, it may have been Stampedes or City Limit. I don't even remember what it was. But we would go back in there and we would see these people that we haven't seen in a while. And there's just a magical feeling you have whenever you've known somebody, you go a time, they're absent, and then you see them again, and it's like you connect in time. It's like the time never mattered. It's like you're right back working out with them in 11th grade. You're right back like in that the team or in English class where y'all were cutting up. The laughs come back. It was always just very special to me. It was something I always looked forward to. Like Adam, he would come back into town. We would have so much fun. And of course, we would get drunker than hell that night. And then the next day, we would go to, our separate ways, and we would go to Thanksgiving. And we just felt so bad. Like everybody on my mom's side of the family, you weren't old enough yet, but all my cousins, we just felt like shit. This was before the bash. So as I got older and that went away from my late teens up until the time I was probably 23, 24. You kind of stopped doing that. Well, 6 or 7 years ago, I don't know how long it's been, but I said, I want to do this little hometown get-together, this GTT Bash. And the first one, it was awesome to see people I haven't seen in 20 years. They just popped up and I would see them, and it was just like it's a magical connection whenever you see somebody and you hug them that you haven't seen in forever. It's one of the best things I've ever done for the soul. It's been one of my favorite things, but the last 2 years because of COVID, I didn't get to do it. And I still feel like today we're not doing it. Today would have been the day. Next year on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, we will be doing it. Jan Stewart, I hope you'll be there. Andre, you'll be there. But that day was always special. It was a Wednesday. I do Real Estate 101 sometimes from the venue. One time we did it in the moving truck, and I had this pregame nervous energy all day. Like, shit, is anybody going to show up tonight? It's tonight. Are they going to quit doing this? But every single year it got better and bigger and more fun, and it got to be where so many people talk about this. People are reaching out to me, hey, the bash tonight, the bash tomorrow night. I'm like, no, man, we can't do it this year. And a lot of people are like, well, why not? Well, whenever we had to make the decision, are we going to do it or not do it, it was roughly about 2 months ago. And at that time, COVID was spiking again. And I did not want to take a chance on, number one, doing a party that sucked because people didn't want to come out there because they had to be around their grandmothers. Would y'all come to a party tonight? Would you come to a party with that baby? Hell no.
Yeah. You ride with me.
Would you go tonight? You wouldn't be scared to be around your family? Would you go? Why? Do you drink?
No.
See, we're gonna have to change that. I'm just kidding. But see, I didn't want to do something and it kind of like be less than the 5 or how. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. So a lot of hey, going to have a surprise one at my house tonight. You can just come over there. So that's why we're not doing it. I don't want to do something where people are like, well, damn, this used to be good. This was good at one time. So I decided, well, I'm not going to do that. But next year will be the best one we've ever had. And I mean, this thing has about 300 to 400 people that show up, and I probably get a little too intoxicated. My wife probably gets on my ass a little bit. I get up on the stage 2 or 3 times, and I might sing a song. We ought to release the video from 2 years ago, Van, just so I can feel like that again. But since I was probably your age, Josh, this has been my favorite day of the year. And the only reason why it's my favorite day of the year is because of the people that I get to see that I haven't gotten to see in so long. You guys can't really appreciate this just yet, but one day you will. Because no matter what you do in your life, the only thing over time that you're going to really, really appreciate are the people, the connections, the relationships. Everything else, you can make money, you can do that, but man, you can't reproduce old friends. And that was my favorite part about growing up with Adam Wright, my best friend to this day. He comes in. I mean, I scheduled the party around him because that's the time he can come in. Scott Nagy can come in during that week. So it's really a little upsetting. I'm not going to say the word depressing, but it's a huge letdown that I'm not getting to do it today. So I'm probably going to be a little emotional. I might even say some mean things to you today, Josh. You might be my punching bag. So do you guys have any days that just stand out? Growing up, is it Christmas? What's your day?
Mine's Thanksgiving too. It's not just like yours, but something about Thanksgiving. And it just puts everybody in, whether it's your family or your friends, you just always see people you haven't seen in a while, and it usually involves some drinking and some good times.
It will. Yes,
And
I agree 100%.
I like Thanksgiving as much as I like Christmas.
Do you?
There's no expectations with gifts, and if they're going to like
You can
this.
get around each other and not have to worry about
Yeah.
spending any money. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's a good time.
As a kid, Christmas because you want the presents, but now I'm older, it's Thanksgiving.
Now you got to buy stuff. Damn, Zena. We've already got a Christmas tree up. We've kind of just fast forwarded right through Thanksgiving. But next year it won't be like this. Next year, hey, hopefully there's 40 or 50 people here, and we're decorating this place. And we're going to come up with all these ideas, and it might even look like a Vegas theme party in there. I might have you in there being a gay dancer with your shirt off. I don't know what we're going to
I
do.
was thinking of pimp, but never mind.
So, well, whatever we got to, well, maybe Edward, maybe you'll be the guy up there. I don't know, but we're going to do something. We're going to do something so big next year. Next year, it will be the biggest bash ever, and it will be built on reconnecting with your friends. That's what the whole purpose, that's what I'm very thankful for, is relationships. And I was talking to Weatherman this morning, and I'm going to eat lunch with Sean Atkinson and Ronnie Martin today. And I was telling Weatherman about that, and I've got to where my life is so small. I just talk to the people that work here and my wife, and like a few of my close friends. But he's like, yeah, man, you need to get out and you need to talk to you need to expand this bubble. So today I'm going out to lunch with 2 people, Sean Atkinson, Ronnie Martin. They all they're Bash supporters too. Fans, shut us down. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll be back on Monday. The office will be closed halfway through today, then Thursday and Friday. We'll be back Monday. So happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy those relationships.